Hello, everybody. I'm Indomitable, the man who will consume all media.
Hi, and I'm Sayorius, the guy who won't.
Loser. Uh, imagine having a life. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me either. My life is I have no life.
You're on that video grind, man.
I am, but I mean you are too. I mean you please, I may be on the video grind, but you be getting the views. I mean, being the Scooby-Doo watcher and be talking about like I don't know, you won against a lawsuit against YouTube recently, right?
It was the copyright strike.
Yeah. And
I'm very shocked
won.
that video had
You
many views as it
fucking
did.
won.
I
That's
did
what
win.
happened.
I am the victor. I win. Anyways, Jojolands.
Anyways, yeah, we're off topic. Jojolands.
Yeah, we wanted to be on topic, almost instantly off topic. All right, so we have, our main protagonist, John Jojoland.
Yeah, Jodio, our main man, Jodio. Which, by the way, do you know what his name means in Spanish?
What does it mean in Spanish? I actually did not know this.
So people are like, I didn't realize this until people started making memes. So Jodio in Spanish means fucked up. So someone made a meme where it's like normal people reading Jojolands and then Spanish people reading Jojolands, and it's Jodio, which means fucked up.
Fucked up. That's kind of funny.
So if you think about it, his name is his
fucked up
Joestar. I'm like, God damn it, Araki. And plus, it's
what
also...
if he did that on? What if he did that on purpose?
No, he absolutely did that on purpose.
What if that's gonna mean something later?
Like, the man probably had this
Joestar.
planned out since part 1. Like, he's like, I'm gonna introduce these two characters, Jojo and Dio, and by part 9, I'm gonna combine their names to make the Spanish word fucked up. I'm like, God damn it, Araki, you did it again.
The Rocky, the goat, the literal vampire.
The literal vampire he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, can we just talk about like just the first chapter in general and like how we have another JoJo that is par for the course for JoJo? They're not the same, and I'm so happy. Like, thank God Jodio is like built different compared to like the rest.
He's like the opposite of Giorno, as in Giorno.
Thank you.
Yeah, Giorno out here wanting to stop the drug trade. This motherfucker wants to keep it going. Yeah. Like, he wants to make the drug trade stronger, more drugs. He wants to be filthy rich. Emphasis on that filthy.
Yeah, he goes up. Giorno's like, we need to stop selling drugs to women and children. Jodio over here. Hey, hey kids, do you want some drugs?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
I'm very excited for where the part 9 is gonna go because it's a heist. Like, from the first chapter, you can tell this is a heist story. I think a JoJo heist story in Hawaii, which is a cool setting to have it too, is just everything. The setup, the setting, it's all perfect. This first chapter introduces you to these characters in this like heist perfectly. Yeah. I want to see where it goes from here. I'm so excited for part 9.
Dude, Araki's literally like, hey, so you've been with me for like 8 parts. You know what? Like, I don't need to like slowly introduce the main like protagonist. You already know what's up. Here's the fucking protagonist. Here's like a buttload of like his like central characters that he's gonna like be with. Okay, you're on your way. Like, stands and everything. I thought that was great. Just straight into the fire.
Just, yeah, no, fucking straight in. Yeah, here's the... No bullshit, no carriage death, no stabbing a woman as a sacrifice. No, it's they get pulled over, here are their stands, let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah, and like, someone made a comment too, they're like, Araki saw all the, in terms of like, the way Araki introduces like, the main JoJo for this part. Araki looks at all like the politics in America and all like the turmoil and is like, yes, I can use this. For, like,
oh yeah, no, corrupt.
Because he literally drops like corrupt police officers. He drops
COVID. Yeah,
it's so crazy.
So I think this might be the first JoJo part to take place in the modern day.
In the modern day, I would say, with the exception of part 6, but part 6 was modern for the time it came out, which is
part
crazy.
6 was set in 2011 and came out in like the early 2000s. It was like a decade early.
Yeah. So
Oh, and I say modern day, like it's taking place in the same time. It's like coming.
I mean, when it was when it was written, like the manga was written to be current day for part 6, right?
No, because part 6 takes place in 2011, and part 6 came out early 2000s, late 90s.
Oh, it did. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
because unless okay, hold on, wait, when did part 3 come out? Because maybe part 3.
Maybe but here's the thing. Part 3 is interesting because it's like since they're traveling, you don't really know what time period it is, aside from like maybe the planes and the like cargo ships, right?
Well, no, because they say
Yeah.
it's like 100 years after Dio fell into the sea, so it's like 87.
87. I don't know if it would be maybe it'll be accurate, but okay, I will concede then and say yes, this part for sure is modern day, which is kind of jarring if you think about it. Like I wasn't expecting it to be Araki like, yes, now it is modern day. You've been waiting for 8 parts of like timepieces and stuff. Now this is like we're going for it. So that actually gets me excited, you know?
Yeah.
And also like go ahead.
Real fast, I looked it up. Part 3 takes place in 89. When did it come out? Hold on, you keep talking while I find this information.
Yeah, so anyways, like I think what was great too is like literally the first page. Well, aside from not the second page. The second page of Jojolands shows all of the stands from like previous parts. Like you have the world, you have Whitesnake, you have
Stone Free.
Yeah, Soft and Wet, which is probably one of the funniest JoJo stands.
That's such a funny name.
Yeah.
All right, real fast, I'm going to make an addendum to what I said because part 3 started its serialization in 89, the same year it takes place. So this is the first part since part 3 to take place in the year it's coming out. At least I'm assuming this is taking place in the same year because, you know, they mentioned COVID, but they're not wearing masks. The corrupt police politics, it's just, I have to assume because they didn't give a direct year. But anyways, yeah, no, the opening stand page with like Sex Pistols, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, yeah, Soft and Wet.
Soft and Wet.
All the classics are here, you know?
Yeah, and I think what's great too is like he also quotes himself, which is like, though they exist anywhere at any time, those who do not try to see them never will. Some manga artist. I love that. He's like, I'm just some manga artist. I'm not the guy who made JoJo. I'm not the guy who's like, you know.
Yeah, Araki was really like, yeah, here's something said by some brilliant, smart, and handsome manga artist. The world may never know him, but he was brilliant and smart and handsome, that's for sure. It's like, my brother in Christ, you made the story.
My God, you made 9 parts. Like everyone that like this is one of the most anticipated mangas. Like who do you think you are? Like wait, since like when was part 8 released, by the way? It was like almost
a decade ago.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, that's such a big deal. What do you mean you're some manga artist?
I think part 8 started like a year before the anime started, and it just ended last year.
Yeah.
That was like truly an end of an era for JoJo because you had the anime ending, which was like the end to the first universe, and then you had the part 8 manga ending at the same time. It's like, holy shit, part 8 manga has been going on for like over a decade. What do we do now?
Yeah, it's like, what do we do with our lives?
It was quite literally an end of a JoJo era.
Yeah, I remember reading people's like responses to like in like the subreddits and stuff in the communities, like the community tabs where it's like I was wondering what people were saying about part 8 after each chapter, and it's too goddamn short. it's like we need more, and then it ends and people are like, what do we do with our lives? I'm like, damn.
Now what? Yeah.
Yeah, end of Finding Nemo. Now what?
Yeah. So yeah, my brother in Christ, too short. It was over a literal decade.
Oh, but like I think like at least getting back on topic, like I think like for at least for like a JoJo part, this is probably one of my, I would say, favorite openings, just because it's like Araki's like, yeah, what if we just make part 2 like redo part two's like opening with like him just taking down
Or the
cops.
corrupt cops,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like, what if we do that and just introduce like a buttload of characters after? And you like, I love the fact that you think he's gonna be some righteous person because he's taking on like the system and cops. But
no,
man
he's
turns
a
around, he's like,
criminal.
oh yeah, by the way, I also deal drugs to children.
Yeah.
Immediately after.
I am the drug trade, like.
Yeah, Giorno's like,
And-
I'm gonna stop trading drugs. Him, what? Why?
What?
There's
Money,
money in
like-
it. There's money in
Yeah.
it. I love it. He's practical. He knows what he needs to do.
Also, like, I love that he's very supportive of his brother.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Dragona just like trans representation and at least implied trans representation
Yeah,
in JoJo. We love to see it.
I love how people are like, this is why Araki's the GOAT. Like he introduces trans representation. He takes on the system by showing corrupt cops. Like he knows. Araki knows.
Araki's the man. The GOAT Araki. Like, you don't live as long as he does and still look as beautiful and be a bad person, you know?
Yeah, and also like misogyny too, and like how like he was. I love how the police officer's like trying to assault him, and then what Jodio walks over and no fucks given, just takes both of them down.
Yeah, with
like every
cool
other JoJo would
stand,
be
by
like,
the
you
way.
have to stop it for like some morally right like mission. Him does not give. Like I think this is the first JoJo part we've gotten an asshole JoJo since I would say Jotaro. in
yeah,
part
but
three.
Jotaro was like, the difference is that he was a righteous asshole.
Yeah.
Jodio is like just an actual criminal.
No. Jodio is the type of person to walk into a bar and people would pick fights with him, and it wouldn't be for like the right reasons. Like he would just be an asshole to everyone. Everyone would pick a fight and he'd just kick their asses. Like
Yeah.
he kind of reminds me of Johnny, I would say, in I would say in part 7, like the opening there, where he was like an asshole at the beginning, but then of course, you know what they did with Johnny? They crippled him.
Yeah.
So
They humbled him.
They humbled him. Yeah, that's what happened. They humbled him. But
Oh.
yeah, but here he's not being humbled. Clearly, it's going to his head, and he knows it. He's a man out to become wealthy. But hey, I love the brotherly love. You know,
Yeah.
the support of brothers. I'm here for.
He supports his brother. Like what?
Yeah.
What more can you say?
Like he bullies popular kids. What is there not to like? I also
He is the popular kid because he's the one with all the drugs. Like.
oh, fair enough. But I
Yeah.
also like how the cop that approaches his brother, it's Dragona, right? That's the name.
Dragona, yeah, Dragona Joestar.
Dragona, yeah. Which, by the way, it's funny. So people actually wanted to cause a controversy with that name because people thought it was a riff on drag. That's what Araki's going for, and people are like, shut the fuck up. It actually translates to dragon because there's a dragon tattoo on Dragona.
Yeah.
I'm like, god damn it. We're already trying to attack Araki. Araki is trying to do God's work by introducing representation and all these badass
Guys,
characters.
It's
People are
on a
going-
Sui all over again, man. I'm telling you.
I'm like, god damn it, people. Can we give Araki a break? Araki's one of us. He's one of the people.
He's an ally.
He's an ally, yeah. But yeah,
I didn't get the drag thing. I thought dragon from the get-go.
no, I did too. And then I read people had started to have controversies and people were clarifying, which thank God, you know, people like are on Araki's side. It's crazy. But I also like how the cop reminds me of that like slimy person in part 8. The boyfriend with like the mustache. He's giving me vibes like that, which good. Like slimy people like that need to be exposed, Araki. Good job.
Yeah, I don't know. I got the vibe of part 2. Like Araki has always made a statement on corrupt cops in America because that's literally the opening to part 2.
Yeah.
Is Joseph saving Smokey from corrupt police officers, and I got that vibe, only to be like absolutely backhanded with the fact that he is an actual criminal that will sell drugs to children.
Yeah.
He might get better. Listen, it's chapter 1. A lot can happen in a story. That's probably gonna last a decade.
Hey,
But
watch Araki turn around and says everyone over, like he pulls some Breaking Bad shit where it's like, yeah, they all die or they all overdose or something like that.
some shit like that. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't but I wouldn't put it past Araki, which begs the question. Like, people are like, based on this opening, this could go one of two ways. Either it could be like part 4 where everyone's like happy and by the end, or it could be like part 6 where everyone literally dies, or part 5. No.
Yeah, I was thinking more part 5.
It's not part 4 and part 5. They're like, it could either be one of two ways. It could be like part 4 where everyone's happy by the end, or part 5, which we know how that turns out.
Yeah, he has a team assembled like in part 5. I think it's going the part 5 route. Where
Oh no! Don't say that! Don't say that! They already introduced a great brother. Don't tell me that.
we're gonna lose some men along the way. Maybe one of them with a really cool stand will get a traitor arc that gets abandoned.
Don't do this to me! Don't do this to me! Oh my.
Yeah. Speaking of stands, though, so we only saw 2 this chapter. What do you think of them? The first 2 stands.
Oh yes, we're getting straight into the stands. The first one's called it's raining. What was it called?
November Rain.
November Rain. Yes. I mean, I don't know what the fuck it does.
From my understanding, it literally just creates like a hard rain that like the water like actually hurts them and like pins the cops to the ground.
Yeah.
That's my understanding of what it does. And then the other one, I don't remember the name, but it was like the little bulldozer guys that like, it kind of reminded me of Sex Pistols in a way, with just like
it's Sex Pistols, yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of similar to that, but like instead of like, kicking a bullet around, they rearrange objects and facial structures.
I want to say it's Smooth Operators, that's the name.
Smooth Operators,
so
okay.
So they introduced 3. There's November Rain,
the
Smooth
Hustle.
Operators, and the Hustles, but we haven't seen we just know it's good for pickpocketed. Yeah.
They tease the Hustle, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, and for Smooth Operators, I think they could like rearrange, like maybe it's like Photoshop where they can like alter an appearance, for example, like they rearrange the license plate, right? But then so I'm like, oh, they can just take things apart, but then they also could.
They also rearrange that cop's face.
Well, that and also the ID, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they could. I don't know what he's going with there. But let me just say, stands have gotten a lot more specific, and now, like, we've departed. Can we just agree we've departed since I think part 4? From
where you used to just be punchy boy.
It's like big man punch.
Oh no, we've been gone from that for a fucking long time.
But look how far we've come. It's like we don't even know what the fuck is going on with these stand powers.
Yeah, I know. My best guess is that all of these stands, well, except November Rain, because I don't know how the fuck this hard water ability can be useful in the heist. These are like heist-related stands. Like Smooth Operator could be used to like disguises, the Hustle, for pickpocketing and stealing. I don't know what the other guy's stand will be, so it could also probably be very much related to it's all heist related is my understanding, at least at the moment. Except for November Rain is just the protagonist's cool stand.
And I think also what's really cool is just the design too. Like, I'm glad that it doesn't look similar to any other JoJo.
Oh no, it's so different.
Insane design. Which, speaking of designs, can we just talk about how I think Jojo has probably one of my favorite looks since Johnny, in terms of the JoJo character.
Oh no, I love his look.
Dude, his bangs. Because there's some scenes, you can barely see his eyes. I'm like, damn. I'm gonna be honest. Half the time I look at him, he reminds me of a certain H-word protagonist. just in terms of like, you know what I'm saying. It's just I look at him and I'm just like, damn. Like, that's how you know he's a Chad, because hopefully he's gonna pull,
Oh, of course he's gonna pull. Look at him.
I mean, like, if you saw that one panel, I'm like, my man.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. He has one panel where this motherfucker's just surrounded with bitches. Of course he's gonna fucking pull. He's already pulled. Like,
yeah,
he's on top of the fucking world, man.
Yeah, I see. I'm like, you know what, Araki? I can get behind this. A JoJo that loves his brother, a JoJo that pulls, and a JoJo that deals drugs to children. beautiful.
He's just like me for real.
He's
Like,
just like me. I wasn't gonna go there, but
he's just like me, minus the pulling bitches part. Like,
it's like wait. Does that mean you're a JoJo? I'm just kidding.
yes, I too sell drugs to children. I call me Jojolian because not Jojolands because I sell drugs to children.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, can we talk about how we also have the annoying character that was just thrown in that was dealt drugs too in this part?
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. So we have like I guess we have the Joe Bros like kind of formate like the formation already where we have, of course we have Jodio and his brother, and then we also have the other guy that was with them, and then we have of course the new person that everyone's like what are you doing here, right? But I also love the fact that this implies that their group, it consists of like a bunch of drug dealers and then a person who's taking those drugs, like an addict, a part of their team. I'm like, damn, this team's gonna go very fun. Like clearly nothing's gonna go wrong, which also is what they talked about. Which by the way, can we go into mechanisms, because I think that's the new coin word that Araki's using.
Sure. Mechanisms for what? I'm actually kind of a little lost.
Okay,
what you mean by
so
that.
it says this is just another example of the world's mechanisms, and it's Jodio's commentary into like why things work the way they do. I think it's similar to like when they referenced like kind of the rock formations in part 8. Where it's like, oh, it's or like the or it's like the valley in part 7.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, there's a valley, right?
Right.
Where like the bones are buried, right? For Jesus Christ.
The literal corpse of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be interested in what like the mechanisms are and what they're doing like going forward. I also like the fact how he's like Jodio is clearly one of the people because he's robbing the rich.
Yeah.
His first task is to steal a diamond, which I'm like,
yeah,
damn.
like, yeah, you're gonna rob the rich. Like, we're gonna become filthy rich, you know.
Yeah, and
he's not gonna get. Well, he is gonna give to the poor himself. He is poor. He's broke as fuck.
Yeah, and also I love the fact that it's also they're ripping off the Japanese too. It's like, oh yes.
Yeah, he's Japanese. He won't have a gun.
Yeah, the first pure American since Jolene, like, and I guess Joseph too, to a certain extent. The first like full like that literally lives in modern day America. His first job is to steal from the Japanese. Good job, Araki.
I love the line, he's Japanese, so he won't have a gun. Like, that line was probably one of the funniest lines in all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure throughout all 9 parts. Like, can Araki top that line? Probably not, but
Araki understands. In America, we carry.
We're born with a gun in our hands, ready to fire. Proper gun safety.
I also like the implication that like the principal of their school is literally like their drug kingpin, and Araki's like, yeah, this is just another normal American high school.
Yeah. It's a great cover, honestly, especially when your employees are high schoolers.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, so overall, what did you think of like, I guess the part, like in terms of like chapter 1s of, because we've now had 9 parts. We have 9. I don't, see, I got into Jojolian, I think it was near the end, like the second half, and people were like, oh, it's been going on over a decade. I'm like, dang, is it gonna end anytime soon? And then a year later it does. I'm like, damn. I'm like, well, I guess I'm here now. So what are your overall thoughts?
So okay, I got into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure like within like the last 2 years. I watched all the anime, and then like I read. Well, I only watched up to part 5 because part 6 wasn't out yet. Then I started reading at part 6, but then I also decided to go back and buy like the physical media. So I like just finished reading part 1 as well. And so I'm just gonna compare it to part 1 because that manga is the freshest in my memory. at the moment, but this was part 9's chapter 1. Fantastic start, like absolutely beautiful like start. I love the artwork, I love the stands, I love the characters. Like I said, I love the heist, I love the setting. I want to see where this goes because I feel like this will be like on par. How do I say? I feel like it'll fix some of the mistakes of part 5. Like as much as I love part 5, there are a lot of mistakes, and I hope it goes that direction. Like I feel like it's setting up for tragedy, but I love good tragedy story. But comparing it to part 1, the story where it all began, it's almost unrecognizable as JoJo. But I think that just goes to show how much JoJo has evolved over these last, 40 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just a testament to Araki and how much he's evolved as, well, 1, a storyteller, and 2, as an artist. Because the art is so drastically fucking different. Like, if you look at part 1 art, and you look at part 9 art, it is, you would not be able, like, if you showed the art to, like, a person that's never seen or read or heard of JoJo's before, showed them part 1 art, then you showed them part 9 art, I guarantee you, they would not be able to guess they're from the same series. Like, it is so dry. Like, I know, like, Araki has said in the past, he's not able to draw in the old art style. And again, I think that's because he has legitimately evolved. Like, the earlier parts' art styles will always be, like, you know, have their charm. But he has definitely changed, and he has a new art style. And I'm happy for him, and I feel like that art style fucking shines in this first chapter. Like, the art in this chapter is just, it's gorgeous. But it's also Araki, who, that motherfucker knows how to draw.
Yeah. I think there's a certain point. I think it may be between, I want to say the transitional parts, because you're right, are between, I think,
it's like 4 and 5.
Well, I was gonna say 4, 5, and 6, but it really doesn't come into its own until I think 7, when he really gets like the art style he's prone to now. And you're right, it changed. Not only are the characters less buff and bulky, but it's almost like they're more refined in a way.
Yes.
And I've been loving, you're right, I've been loving this. He's been doing this for 40 years. And the fact that, like, we've gotten to this point where he literally, Araki's like, you know, people may be getting bored, which we weren't. Like, at part 6, he was like, what if I just reset the universe?
Yeah. Reset the universe, change the art style, like.
And write one of the most depressing endings of all time and just ending it there. Which, when I read part 6, that literally blew my mind. Like, I wasn't even comprehending what I, like, saw on the page by the end. I'm like, they didn't just do that. And Araki's like, oh yeah, by the way, now have some fun, cowboys. And then I fall into that trap where I'm like, yay, we're going on a race. And then by the end, I'm like, fuck. God damn it, fuck.
Yeah, Araki loves to do that.
And then he does it again with part 8. He's like,
hey, what if I fuck with your mind?
Like, I'm gonna introduce this guy who shows up naked and, like, basically this rock, like, these, like, rock on this cliff, right?
Yeah.
This random cliff, he, like, meets this girl and then gets introduced to this nice family, and then they all die. Well, most of them, I would say.
Most of them.
Yeah, most of them die. Like,
they were, hold on, there was a family tree in this chapter. I'm trying to remember. Jodio is the cousin to, well, Josuke, but, fuck, who is he it was the fusion of that universe's Josuke and Kira.
Yeah, Kira.
So I think he's Kira's cousin.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, okay,
Joseph's son. He's Joseph's son. That's
no.
Okay,
no, okay, so alright, so they have a family tree. According to this family tree, Joseph's still around, he marries Suzy Q, he has 2 daughters, Barbara Ann Joestar and Kira Holly.
Yep.
So Holly marries Kira, Yosha Kira, Barbara Ann Joestar. Okay, so yeah, they're cousins to this universe's Kira.
Yep.
I wonder if we'll see Gappy in this part.
Gappy? Dude, what if Gappy shows up and it's old man Gappy?
What if Gappy's the owner of the diamond?
Oh shit. Oh shit! Actually, dude, are we gonna go into predictions right now?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go into predictions.
Dude, Gappy as the owner of the diamond, like I could see it. Or what if it's like you know what the next biggest hint would be? If like they enter the residence and there's just fruit everywhere, like fruit paintings and
Oh.
stuff. I'm like, dude, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Oh, but we are.
Like, dude, imagine if we got like the return. Like, do you think it's the end we'll see Josuke? Or do you think it will show up?
I would hope so. Probably not. It's probably going to be a part 5. Most likely it's like part 5 situation.
I was gonna say it's a part 6 situation where you get reference to Giorno, but Giorno does not show the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say part 5 situation where Giorno, like, he has no idea about the existence of other Joestars whatsoever. Like, yeah, we as the audience see Jotaro, but that's over a phone call with Koichi. Like,
Yeah.
Giorno does not know about this man's existence or his family lineage.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're gonna get something to that, which, like, yeah, he knows his last name is Joestar from his mom's side of the family, and that's where it ends. He does not know about the existence of his cousin Kira. Like,
Yeah. I also love the fact that he's just rolling with stands. Everyone else is like trying to figure out their stand powers. Him, oh, I've always had my stand.
yeah, it's just it came to me in a dream.
It came to me in a dream. But I think what's most important is the fact that, like, going forward, this will like set a precedence for, I think, JoJo, because it's the first time in a while where I'm like, this JoJo could probably bully the shit out of every other JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
And like unironically, like poor Koichi, like you mentioned Koichi would be bullied like crazy by this man.
By this man, yeah, this man would bully Koichi. He would bully every other Joestar.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Jonathan would be able to kick his ass for being a bully, but
you know what'd be funny if like predictions for the future, if he actually doesn't immense this like huge amount of wealth, like what if he does it, like becomes rich and loses it all? That's like the twist. I think that'd be really funny.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
It would be really funny because then it's like, and like in your head, so you're telling me that you tried to become rich and therefore became poor. Meanwhile, my boy Speedwagon over here doesn't even try and like
motherfucker walked into the desert. Yeah.
Walked into the desert, found this like
and oil, like yeah, became a billionaire.
like my guy, like he better become as rich as I'm blanking on his name. I just said it. Freaking Speedwagon, thank you. Speedwagon, or else it's all for naught.
Yeah.
Or watch Araki. You know what Araki would pull? Resetting the fucking universe again back to a regular universe.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking funny if he, at the end of part 9, like, the villain stand is some fucking made in heaven bullshit, and they reset the universe again.
Oh shit, okay, wait. Going into, like, do you have any predictions on who the villain could be, based on, like, the story?
I don't have the slightest clue who the villain is. Either it's, at the moment, the only possible thing I can think of is the boss of the principal, because she is definitely not the highest in the chain. Get a part 5 situation, or it's the person they're gonna try to steal the diamond from. Like, maybe they'll go like, you try to take my diamond and now you die, and that the rest of part 9 is them trying to like survive because he's like actually really powerful.
Sir, I'm gonna propose something else. What if we also go the route where he gets, it's like I would say it's like a part, is it a part 2 situation where he goes to steal the diamond, or like in Joseph's case, he goes to like fight Nazis and then realize the Pillarmen exist, or they go try to steal the diamond, and there's some great powerful being that the owner is trying to fight, and then he actually recruits them to help him. Like, guys, we're all fucked if you don't help me. It's not like a case where you can't decline. So maybe it's that. There's so many different ways you can take this, and I genuinely believe he's gonna nail it. Like, it's gonna be different from what we've seen so far, which is good.
It's already different, but yeah.
The only
that's a good thing.
The only concern I have is they introduced his mother in like a couple panels, and I'm
Mhm.
already fucking worried. I'm like, God damn it! You already
You're gonna
showed
kill
her.
them all.
Like she's already like a huge like plot point in terms of like his emotional connection. Like you introduced the mother and brother, he's really like close with. Don't tell me you're gonna. Don't tell me you're gonna axe her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking of like how big of a threat, because it's definitely gonna be tragic. Because like the final 2 boxes on like the second to last before the like the pager to show off all the stands, like it reads, just the 3 of us would seriously have not been enough. Actually, it wouldn't have been enough no matter how many people we had. So 1, there are people definitely dying. I don't know who yet. 2, how like this is going to be a big serious threat. But I don't have the slightest clue as to who it's going to be.
Yeah. Oh, do you also think he's gonna evolve his power by any means?
I was thinking that, like, yeah, is it gonna have like axe, like tusk? Is it gonna
Or
like,
like
you know,
soft and
Thunder
wet,
Quick,
where
dude,
he kind
soft
of
and wet,
evolves it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe he learns spin. Spin's a thing
Oh
in this
god
universe.
damn it! Not spin again. I've been listening for that for too long in part 8. God damn it! It's like we need to do the spin,
I'm just saying, if he learns spin, he can like hard rain that spinning, get a wider range. Like that'd be a pretty good attack.
Oh no! You gotta wait for the calamity. That's what it is. Calamity
Yes.
2.0. Oh my god.
Dude, fuck the big plot twist. He learns fucking Hamon.
Oh god.
Remember Hamon? Araki doesn't.
Oh god, he's like, okay, what if the part's like you lose your stand power, so now you have to learn this ancient art form called Hamon. I'm like, god damn it, not this shit again.
Yeah, shit, here we go again.
Oh, by the way, there's these Aztec gods you have to fight. Wait, what?
Oh yeah, in literal vampire. Remember when JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was Araki doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh my
Remember
God.
when their monks were a thing, and then Araki completely forgot about them and went straight into like mafia shit, and like
Yeah.
Florida jails. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's just like a whole monastery that was talked about once and then never brought up again.
Yeah. Okay, but what I will say though is like, the new universe, like part 7, 8, and 9. What I love about it, it's very much different from the earlier parts because the family tree is so weird.
It's so whack. It's
so
such a
fucking
whack.
weird.
Dude, I still don't know how fucking this universe's version of Jotaro fits into the family tree. Yet he is a Joestar because he has the birthmark.
Yeah.
So he's like somehow related to Kira, but I couldn't fucking tell you how he's related to Kira.
Yeah, and it's also, you know what's weird too? Wait. You know that Jolene exists at the in the same time period as part 9?
Oh, she does?
She does, because if you remember the end of part
Irene.
part 6, her name's just Irene now. But technically she exists in this universe.
Irene, that's right.
Yeah, she's just not a Joestar. That's the big difference.
But she has the birthmark.
But
So
does
she has to be. I'm gonna look this up now.
Fuck.
'Cause
Because I
But
remember
like I
she
know,
doesn't.
because that was the thing though. Was like no, it was like she still had the birthmark, but she didn't have the Joe name. That's how she got out of the curse in the reset universe. That was the whole point. But like,
oh wait, then I might have forgotten that part. Yeah, you may be right then.
I'm gonna look as like I need to know if she had the birth now.
Well, that's so weird then. So that means there's 2 people with Joestar birthmarks and one of them's not a Joestar?
Oh fuck! It doesn't. Oh wait, hold on. From the anime, yeah, she has the birthmark. She shows it off as like,
Yeah.
well, she doesn't intentionally, but it's like it's proof to Imperio that it is her.
Okay, but Emporio exists in this time period.
Yes, and that's the original Imperio.
Dude, what if, dude, what if like no, he's American. I'm like, what if the rich person is Emporio? And Araki's like, remember him? I do.
That'd be really funny if the villain is fucking Emporio.
Oh my god, dude, poor Emporio, dude. He got like, he's the only one with memories of the last universe, and he's living like a new life. Like, damn. But anyways, I think
It's his
Yeah.
fault for being a Cubs fan, but
It's Cubs fan. God damn it. Well, not
You live
according
in
to the
Florida.
anime.
yeah, not according to the anime. The anime sucks.
No. He's a fan of sports team. That's his.
Yeah, let's go with my favorite sports team.
Go sports
Sports
team.
ball!
Oh my
No,
god.
but yeah, again, he lives in Florida. Why a Cubs fan? Like, he'd be a Tampa Bay Rays fan. Like, come on. Chicago Cubs in Florida. Get
Well,
your
he
fucking
was
act
born in
together,
prison,
Rocky.
so.
That's true. That you got me there.
Yeah, but anyways, I think overall, I think this is a really good thing for JoJo. I think this part's great. I think, just like closing remarks, I think I love the stand designs. I just see. Here's the thing: I love Araki, but I also hate the man because I know he's gonna rip out my heart by the end. Just
Oh,
based
I
on
love
how the
hating
last
too,
two parts have gone. Like he's gonna pull, he's gonna pull like some shit with what's his name? The landscaper, like the fruit expert, and part 8 that dies.
Oh,
The Joe Bro.
I know who you're talking about. I'm blanking though.
It's been such a long time because he fucking died, and I was like, or like his sister, like Josuke's sister. Oh, I hate how she died.
Yeah,
Like, it's crazy. Like there's
No.
something going on here.
this has always been like Araki's MO is that you have that love-hate with him because he'll give you like characters you love and then instantly like just fucking kill them. He did it with Zappelli in part 1. He did it with Caesar in part 2. He did it
With Iggy
Yeah.
and
Iggy, Abdul, Kakyoin.
Kakyoin, yeah.
Yeah, in part 3. Part 4, I would say honestly Josuke's grandfather
Yeah.
is that one. Yeah, the point is he does this all the fucking part 6, Foo Fighters, Narancia in part 5, Abakio also in part 5, like
Everyone in
God.
part 6.
everyone in part 6, yeah.
Part 7, he would soon die of a cold.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Part-
Araki, no!
Yeah, honestly Foo Fighters got it the worst though because originally she didn't even get to be in the final chapter like everyone in the sky image. And then Foo Fighters doesn't get to come back either. Foo Fighters. No. Yeah, final thoughts. This was a great chapter, great start. I can't wait to see how he rips my heart out this time.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see where the story
Well,
goes.
here's the thing. It's a heist based off a heist. As much as I love heists, you know how they end. This is a crime.
At least one dies. Yeah, it's a heist. Of course, it's gonna
they're
fucking
all
end bad.
captured. They all die. Like it's gonna end badly for all of them. And I
It's
think
not gonna
Jojo-
go well.
I think
at all.
Joji is
No,
probably gonna be the only one who makes it out.
most likely.
Yeah. So, I out of all the parts, where would you like rank this? Is it the best part? Like at least like for chapter 1.
I mean, this is just based off of chapter 1's. You know what? Yeah, I think this is probably my favorite opening JoJo chapter. Because like I'm able to, well, I mean, because like part 8, like that start was a mystery, but like I don't know, I kind of have like a problem when like they start off like too much mystery. I felt like okay, I need a little bit more explanation. So,
Yeah.
I think this is my favorite opening to a JoJo part, honestly.
Yeah, and I think it's tough for me. I think it's tied between this one and I would have to say I really do like part 5's opening because it's literally Koichi trying to be duped by Giorno, but we know
that's a good
Koichi's a
opening.
Chad.
Yeah,
So I think it's tied.
That's a good opening.
Yeah, because on one hand you have like a returning character trying to be duped by the new JoJo, but clearly failing because Koichi's like based. Giga Chad Koichi, but also
he's such a reliable guy.
But
like,
here's the thing. You have this one too, where he deals drugs to children. So I mean,
I mean,
compete with that. I mean,
whoa, buddy, I'm already sold. You don't gotta keep selling. Like,
Araki, stop! I'm already buying it. I'm already into the story. I'm already hooked. So, yeah, I think, I just think there's like so many good. This is like a really good setup, and I think there's only one way this can go, and that is up. And by the end, see, here's the problem. How long do you think this is gonna go? Because it's probably gonna be another 10 years based on his
I
pace rate.
was gonna say, yeah, like with the pace of this, part 7 and 8, this is probably another decade-long part.
Yeah, and this is gonna be the final part too, which is that's
Is it
what
confirmed?
I think so. Because people are like, it's gonna be like three. Because there's 3 parts that are usually grouped together: part 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the new universe, which is 7, 8, 9. If he ends it by the end, I don't think people will be angry. I think this is like a really good way to end it.
I mean, if he does have this go another decade, if this is another decade-long part,
Yeah.
then JoJo will be like reaching 50 years. That's a story.
See, here's the thing. I don't. No offense to Rocky. Do you think he has another 10 years of working, or do you? I think he should retire. No.
I
Based on,
mean,
like his progress.
he probably should, because I don't know where he could. I mean, I don't know how he still keeps taking it to new places, but he finds a way. But
Yeah. So,
I don't know. He might be in his 60s, but he still looks like late 20s, early 30s. So the man's immortal. He's a literal vampire.
I mean, the man made JoJo, so I mean, I don't know what would you expect him to look.
It's based on a true story. Like, he is the vampire.
He was Dio all along.
He was Dio. Exactly.
Yeah. Which, man, what if the villain they introduce him, he's like, my name is Diego the Third or some bullshit.
It's Jodio backwards.
Or it's Oid. That's his name.
It's Diojo.
Diojo. Oh my god. You're brilliant. It's
Diojo, of course.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? But yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Any last things before we end?
No, I think I've got all my thoughts out. This is just
Yeah.
a really good part.
A really good part. Oh god. Part 9's good. I already know part 1's gonna be wild. But yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm glad that you were able to have me on as well, because we're both doing it.
Yes. Same to you.
Yeah. By the way, let me just say, just like off the record, like under the table, just Indomitable is the better YouTuber here, so you should probably go subscribe to him. Like, he makes really good Scooby-Doo content, and like also fights copyright claims and fucking wins. So what a beast. What a Chad YouTuber over there.
Yeah, Sayorius has a lot of uploads, more consistent than mine. So maybe you should go check him out and subscribe to him.
Here's where you're wrong, you little dipshit. to quote the Dadu Dit, which you should also subscribe to. He's very cool. But here's the thing though, he pulls in the views. Sayorius is not. Sayorius actually kind of fell off, you know? He doesn't pull in the views anymore. So he maybe upload constantly, but at least, you know, that Indomitable pulls in the views. So, yeah. That's all my thoughts. So go subscribe.
But Sayorius has a lot of shorts to watch as well.
Well, no, don't go there. I think Indomitable's better. I am Indomitable's #1 fan, so please go subscribe to Indomitable. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Yep. All right. Sorry for this bit. I don't know where we were going with there. We just kind of talk and we just kind of roll with it.
The bit was go subscribe to the other person if you're watching on one of our channels. That's the bit. That's it.
That's the bit.
Yeah, this is where I'm cutting it off. I'm not gonna segue out. I'm gonna hit stop record, and these are gonna be the final words of my
You're gonna cut me off right now?